but you need to keep this, do not turn it in. You're gonna need this for this worksheet, but it's also gonna be for the notebook. Let me do here a second. Okay, so this is, I always had the problem when I was growing up, trying to figure out, hey, you get a loan, how do you figure out the monthly payment, all that other stuff. I just figured you did, calculated the amount you owed, the maturity value like we talked about yesterday, and divide by the number of payments. But it never worked. So I was always wondering why. My dad was coming up with all these rule of 72 and rule of 70. Said, I have no idea what you're talking about. This makes it a lot simpler. This is the way you calculate your monthly payments. And we already talked a little bit about APR, annual percentage rate. Annual percentage rate, it's not a real, the way we use it is not a real thing. I'm going to ask you a question. It's meant as a duh question, so I expect a duh answer. But if you have a loan that you make monthly payments on, how often do you make the payments? Monthly, right? I mean, it's like I said, the duh question. I was expecting a duh answer. So the way this works is, as you pay off your loan, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but as you pay off your loan, each month the amount of what you owe goes down. Because I've made a payment on it. So if I borrow $1,000, my first payment I make, what I owe is going to be less than $1,000, and then it'll creep down as I go. So that's very important. We'll see tomorrow because of this. But what you're going to do is, this is the formula, and this is on your handout right here. If you're trying to calculate a monthly payment, it says right here, monthly payment. The monthly payment is how much did I borrow? Going back to the example we did earlier, I borrowed $1,000 from the bank. That's what I borrowed from the bank. So again, you look up here, amount of the loan is $1,000, and the next step is you divide by $100. So this number is 10, right? And then you look up here for the monthly payment per 100. So let's say how long was the loan? 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. How long was the loan? How many payments do you have? And again, this is not, there's one in the back of your book that goes years. Let's say we got a long loan. It's 60 months. So I'm going to look at 60 months. What is the APR that the bank is charging me? Well, let's make it simple. We'll do it 8%. Okay. So what you do is you go down to 60 months at the bottom, and you go over to the first column, which is 8%, and I get a number of 2.03. My monthly payment will be $20.30. Now, step number next to this is, how much do I end up paying back to the bank? Well, it's how many months did we say the loan was? It was 60 months, right? So every month, I'm going to be paying $20.30. So if I take $20.30 times 60 payments, what do I come up with? 1,218. So I borrowed 1,000. Boy, I just really messed that up. I borrowed $1,000 from the bank, and by the time I have paid off the loan, I paid the bank $1,218. Again, I borrowed $1,000. I ended up paying them $218 more than I borrowed. Okay? That $218 is the interest that I end up paying the bank. Yeah, I gave you one. Did everybody get one? Okay, so question number one. Kind of a wrap up of what we've talked about so far. Ingrid Nielsen purchased a $4,000 gazebo. Does everybody know what a gazebo is? A gazebo is one of those things that's sitting on your yard. You're looking at it from above, and you've got a little roof over the top of it. You go sit out in the garden. Anybody ever see the movie Sound of Music? Okay, where they're dancing around in the little thing. That's a gazebo. Gazebo is a place you go sit and relax out in the sun. She wants to buy a gazebo. The gazebo costs $4,000. Again, the bank will not loan you the entire $4,000. It's asking for cash up front, which is the down payment. So the gazebo is $4,000. They're wanting a 20% down payment. $4,000 times 20% is what? $800. Okay. So on the far right over there, down payment is going to be $800. I have to have that much cash to pay the gazebo people before I can even start making monthly payments. Okay. So the amount that I have financed, the amount that I have to go to the bank and get is $3,200. The bank's going to give me a loan for that. The company, somebody's going to give me a loan for that. Okay. So using the formula, I put it down. Using the formula we got here, the amount of the bank that the loan is financed, $3,200 divided by 100. Okay, and then you're looking over here in your chart, and they're going to give you a loan for 36 months, 3 years, and they're going to charge you 10%. So looking on your chart, go down to 36 months, and then go over to where it's 10% at the top. 10%, 36, and you got what? 3.23? Mm-hmm. And what I have is 103.36. That is my monthly payment for my loan, which is answer number 3, I think. Monthly payment, 103.36. That's what I'm going to pay every month. Now it's a 36-month loan. So how many payments do I have? 36. Okay. So how much do I end up paying the bank? 103.36 times the 36-month loan I get. I am paying back the bank 37.20.96. That is the amount paid back. Total amount repaid. And then it asks for the finance charge. Well, I borrowed $3,200. Finance charge. So step one is, what am I borrowing? Step two, using what I'm borrowing, the interest rate they're going to charge me, and the number of payments. You look on your chart. You're going to figure out from that what is called, nope, that's not it. It's over here. It's called the table value. In this case, 3,200 divided by 100. Interest rate, time of loan, you're going to get a number from the chart. That's the table value. You're going to take the table value and multiply it times what you've got. Okay? And then the amount financed. That'll calculate your monthly payment, and then from there you go on. Okay. Now, everybody look at your chart here. Look at this chart real quick. In the gray area, question number 2, gray area. I'm looking through there, and it says I'm going to get a 72-month loan for 6% interest. Do you see 72 months or 6% on your chart? This chart here. You don't. Guys, 72 months is a good time to loan. It's a 6-year loan, right? And 6% interest is better than 8% because you're getting saving money. So the reason I mention that is there's a real nasty formula right down here, and it explains what the numbers are right here. That will cover literally every single loan in the world. That gray one right there, if you want to try it, it's bonus. Don't try it, I won't count it against you. If you try and get it wrong, I won't count it against you, okay? I'm not going to help you at all. But if you'd like to try it, it's bonus. So again, what you're going to do is right here on the monthly payment. Amount of the loan divided by 100. Look up the number in the chart, multiply that times what you just did, and that's the monthly payment. So let's try question number 3 real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Question number 3. Okay. The amount that you finance, $1,000. That is the amount of my loan. Divided by 100. Using my chart here. Question number 3. It is 10% for 6 months. 17.16. That's the chart. That's the table value. So 1,000 divided by 100 times 17.16, the table value, and I get a monthly payment of $171.60. It is 6 months loan. The table value is the one that you get from the interest rate and the number of payments. Okay, so my total amount I pay back to the bank, the total amount paid. What else are they asking for? So that's the total repaid, and the finance charge is the original 1,000. This is the finance charge. Total repaid, table value, and that's the amount financed. Okay, does it make sense somewhat? And that's it, guys. I don't think there's any algebra on this at all. It's all just this, one step after another, same steps all the way. And they also have another table on the back here with the same formulas. It's the same stuff. This came from a workbook, so it's the same numbers as the big chart, but this is the one you keep. Keep it for your notebooks. And that's it, guys. I got nothing else for today. When you're done with this, Odyssey ware, whatever you got still owe me, If you would like to go over to the job fair across the way over there, the career fair or whatever, don't leave without telling me, and don't be gone for more than 15 minutes or so. But try to at least get a few steps into this before you go, so you understand what's happening. And then if you want to go over there, just let me know. You just ride across the street in the auditorium, and then in 15 minutes or so, come back. But check in and check out before you go. Anybody got any questions? I got nothing else.
So